what's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then welcome to our little corner of the internet. Today we're going to be watching a video titled The South, a guide for confused World Cup visitors. This is a suggestion from you guys, so I'm excited to see this, and I know the World Cup already ended, but I feel like this could be good to watch either way. This could serve as a guide to the South. So without further ado, let's see what this is about.
Welcome to the countries playing in the South for the 2026 World Cup. We hope you enjoy your time in Atlanta, Dallas, Houston, and Miami. Well, Miami's not really in the South, skip that. I figure by now you've probably got some questions about the things that you've been seeing, tasting, and suffering from. And I'd like to help make some sense of it to all the countries visiting us here in the South. So, as they say in Germany, Laken Verlass, which roughly translates to Raise Hell, Praise Dale. Our guests from Sweden and Austria are experiencing Dallas in the summer. Yeah, and please make note that it's only June, so the longer you stay in this tournament, the hotter you're going to get. And fatter. Yeah, Texas has got what we call the 4 Bs. Brisket, Bluebell, and big old things of Dr. Pepper. And that actually leads me to another helpful hint for all the teams visiting us from around the world, but especially England and Scotland, who dabble in the imperial system like us, which means that we like to measure things with spoons. We actually have a different measurement system down here that's way easier to remember. First of all, just throw the idea of exact measurements out the window, because absolutes are for quitters. First, we've got a unit of measurement that covers everything from a molecule to a half gram of dirt. I mean, that's called a pinch. Then you move up to a good bit. After that, it's a whole mess. And finally, it's more than you can shake a stick at. Oh, and speaking of moving vegetation, y'all can thank Japan.
I have never ever heard of that. It's more than what?
It's more than you
can shake a stick at. It's more than you can shake a stick at. It makes no sense. It's more than you can shake a stick at. It still makes no sense.
Shake a stick at. Oh, and speaking of moving vegetation, y'all can thank Japan for the vine that you see eating everything around you. Don't worry. You'll be fine as long as you keep moving. So, basically, don't be England and just stand at midfield passing the ball back and forth for 70 minutes. Do something.
That reminded me that there's a saying in Spain as well for things that are like super long. Like if something, like for example, the way is super long, you say, es más largo que un día sin pan. Like, it's longer than a day with no bread. I think the longer whatever the stick thing was, is kind of like a similar thing.
Sorry, England. We love a good rivalry down here. For example, we've got the Iron Bowl, where Alabama fights itself. Then there's the third Saturday in October, where Alabama fights Tennessee. And finally, there's tornado season, where Alabama's trampolines fight gravity. I guess I should probably warn you about tornadoes, since most of our guests from Saudi Arabia and Cape Verde have never seen one. But just know that they are real.
Neither have I.
And you'll know one's coming when you see everyone divide into 2 groups. One that straps on a helmet and hides, and the other one that runs outside to greet it. And you'll know how bad that storm is by how much clothes the local weatherman is taking off his body. It's a very weird system, I know, but trust me, it's foolproof. Yes, and I am aware that y'all do get tornadoes in Europe. I mean, Germany gets what, like 35 a year? Texas gets 40 in May. But to be fair, Germany, the country, is smaller than Texas.
Tornadoes in Germany? What? I've never seen a tornado, ever. I live in Spain. I've seen like little whirlpools, but not a tornado ever in my life.
The state. Although a lot of Texans think they're a country, but just don't tell them I said that. Because everything is bigger in Texas.
I think if I ever was in America and I saw a tornado incoming, I would probably think that I'm gonna die, and I would make a fool out of myself because I'd be like, no, this is it, I'm gonna die. And then you guys would be just like, this happens every year, multiple times, chill out. And I'm like, ah.
But to a lot of y'all, everything down here is gonna feel bigger. For example, did you know that Jordan is smaller than Tennessee? And Haiti is 3 times smaller than South Carolina, and Curacao can fit inside of Buc-ee's. Sorry, Buc-ee's is a gas station with 200 bathrooms and a beaver statue. Oh yeah, and critters. Yeah, we've got a lot of them. Some of them that you've never seen before unless it's in your zoo or your Pokemon deck. Yeah, got your paying attention. First, we got this thing called a possum, although it's spelled opossum, but the O is silent because English. It's
So
about the
cute.
size of a triple meat Whataburger, and it's America's only marsupial. Oh, and it lives in trash cans and eats ticks. Yeah, I know a lot about possums. I sell a lot of possum merch. Getinplace.com. Oh, just don't scare one because they will die. I'm just kidding. No, that's the thing they do. They play dead. Yeah, it's kind of
my
like,
God.
what do y'all call it?
It's true. I've seen the movie. There's a movie Over the Hedge, and there's possums, and they play dead. I thought that was gonna be a clip of a possum dying. My heart sank for a second, but that's really cute.
Flopping. Argentina knows about the possums and the armadillos because they've got those too. Yeah, except theirs roll into a little ball to protect themselves, and ours
Those are really cute too, but they could.
jump in the air. So when they see a car coming towards them, they just jump right into the car. But, that shouldn't be a problem for y'all because you won't be driving down here. Right? Dear God, for your own safety, please say no. For example, the Dutch are in Houston and Dallas. The Dutch, whose country has 1.3 bicycles per person. Yeah, they're outnumbered by bicycles. Meanwhile, Dallas and Houston have 1.3 cars per truck. That's why the trucks are so big, to carry all those cars. Thankfully, the countries visiting Atlanta will have access to MARTA, the most used public transit system in the South. Spain should feel right at home because they have the second largest rail system in the world, second only to China. Yeah, and while Atlanta isn't nearly the size of Spain, it does have a metro area that takes up 29 counties. And MARTA serves 4.
Spain? Okay, yeah, Spain has a lot of trains, but this is the trashiest freaking train. I should stop saying bad things about Spain because I still live here, but oh my God, there was 11 train accidents in 2 weeks this year, I think. This year or last year? I think this year. At all at once, because the train and the public transportation system is just, it's messy. It's no good, no bueno. I don't like it. But okay, I guess.
Of them. So, good luck. But don't worry, there are other ways to get around Atlanta. Unfortunately, none of them work, but you do have options. Of course, y'all already knew this. It's only been 30 years since y'all were in A-Town for the Olympics? I can't remember. The important thing is that it's still the thriving city that you remember, but now literally twice as big. Everybody moved to Atlanta, and the Braves moved to Marietta. Ooh, I know, yeah, that's a lot of ground to cover, literally. But don't worry, for your convenience, we have placed over 1,700 rest areas across the South called Waffle Houses. Each one is open 24/7, but cannot stress this enough.
I think I've heard before that Waffle House is open 24/7. It still excites me though, because I don't know. I really want to visit Waffle House.
Do not go between the hours of midnight and 4 a.m. without having your personal affairs in order. But if you do, just make sure you mind your manners and say please and much obliged, or as they say in Portugal, obrigado, which pretty much means the same thing because it comes from the same Latin root word. Because, for all the ways that we might be different, we surprisingly have a lot in common. For example, in Morocco, it is considered a genuine insult to turn down the offer of food from a host twice. Twice because they'll ask you the first time and you'll go, no, I'm fine, because you don't want to put them out. But then they'll offer a second time and you have to go, all right, fine, but you just a little. Sound familiar? The DRC and Atlanta have the same thing going on because they both realized a long time ago that a song's only as good as the beat you put under it. The only difference is in the Congo, they've spent centuries perfecting the rhythm. In Atlanta, just figured out a faster way is just to get Lil Jon to yell, yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't do it. Yeah. And in South Africa,
Does that come from Atlanta?
They have an entire national holiday dedicated to cooking meat over an open fire. And we've turned at least a dozen holidays about something else into that. Uzbekistan has a centuries-old tradition where all the old men in town gather every day to sit around, sip something hot, and solve all the world's problems. And I'm
Aw.
sure they'll be glad to know that they can continue that tradition at literally any Hardee's. And of course, even fast food brings us together. I mean, the most popular chain in Japan is Kentucky Fried Chicken. They've got over 1,000 of them. Kentucky only has 100. So Japan is better at being Kentucky than Kentucky. So, on behalf of the South, welcome to all of y'all. Japan, Spain, Morocco, Congo, every last one of you. Y'all came down here thinking everything was going to be bigger, weirder, louder, and you were mostly right. But underneath, or technically above, the armadillos, the 26-lane highways, the 200% humidity, you're going to find folks who are going to feed you before you even ask, or argue with you the right way to cook meat, and, of course, treat you like family before you finish that second plate that they stood over you and made you eat. So, as it turns out, we ain't that different after all. So let's play some soccer. Okay, well, that part is different. But we ain't gonna call football, okay, till one of y'all win an SEC championship. Good luck.
That was a good video. I saw the comments before I saw the video, and someone commented that this should be played on the airplane for people who are coming to see the World Cup, and I agree. But thank you guys for joining me for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!